Let's go, huh? The battle blazers, 1-2. Gotta make layups, you gotta rebound.
This is Utah Tech basketball and the John Judkins Coaches Show.
Great win, proud of you. Let's keep it going.
And hi there, everybody. Welcome once again to the John Judkins Coaches Show, presented by Strap Tank Brewery and Family Restaurant on Crosby Way. And what a great week to be a Trailblazer, right, Coach?
There you go. No, it was a good week to start WAC conference play. It was good. Last year we did it. We had two at home. This year we had the one-on-one. So it was nice to get on the road. And again, with a tough place to play, and it's hard to win on the road in the WAC, and we got one.
Yeah, a sweet week. You were 2-0 to start off the conference schedule. And speaking of that, the home-brewed drinks, kind of a sweet tooth taste here. Raspberry Lime Ricky and Orange Cream Soda, home-brewed at Strap Tank Brewery. So we got that to look forward to. But it was a very nice week. You got the win over Southern Utah at home. And then Thursday, New Year's Day, you rung in the new year with a big win, 15-point win at Abilene Christian, 2-0, the only undefeated team in conference play in the Western Athletic Conference, and you're in first place. Sounds pretty good after first week.
Yeah, that's good. We've done this before. We brought it up to our guys again. We got to keep fighting, keep getting better. But, you know, the schedule, when I first saw the schedule, I was not too happy with it, where we played SU on the 29th. I thought, oh, we don't have school here. We're not, none of our students are going to be here. But we had a pretty good crowd. The community was really supportive, and we appreciate that. And there was a good crowd there, and we played pretty good in that game, good enough to get a win. And then we go on the road, and Abilene's a place we've never won there.
You've never defeated Abilene Christian. You were 0 for 7.
Yeah.
Those records are made to be broken.
They are.
And you did it.
Yeah, we came out and played well. We won by 15, but really it was a 25-point game most of the way. Our guys played really, really well. So to see that, again, I was really happy with our defense. We watched film of that game, how well we shot it. We shot it really well, but our defense really fed our offense, and that's why we kind of blew that game open.
When you look at Abilene Christian, you always talk about their defensive pressure. Case in point, they played number 1 Arizona, forced 22 turnovers. So you had to guard against that. And Coach, you only turned it over 12 times.
Yeah, that's their big thing, is they try to get you to turn over, but we want to do the same thing back to them. You know, I'm a big believer in this. Like, if a team zones you maybe a lot, then maybe it's a good time to zone them, because they work on it so much. You know what I mean? And so that was one of our game plans, to turn them over, and we did.
You forced 19 turnovers.
Yeah, we didn't want them to get too nervous about turn the ball over, because sometimes you're so worried about making that pass you won't make it. You got to still play free. But I'm a big believer that teams that press, or teams that really try to get turnovers, if you'll handle it and you'll handle the pressure and be tough with the ball, you're going to get wide open looks. And that's exactly what we did. Once we got out of that little double team or a hard edge, we got wide open looks, and our guys knocked them down that game, no question.
And talking about your defense, that you wanted them to turn it over, 19 turnovers resulting into 20 points. But in an 8-minute stretch there in the first half where you blew the game open, you went on a 22-0 run, and you forced 8 turnovers in 8 minutes.
Yeah, and those were, again, tips or steals for layups. You know, boom, 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 here we go. And again, Rod, basketball's a game of runs. There's no question that's what it is. And that one turned out to be in our favor. But then we got up quite a bit, and we let them kind of chip back in it and went on an 8-0 run on us, and we had to try to get that stop. But again, our defense was a big part of our offense, and I really believe that. And watching it on film, we came back and watched it with our guys this week getting ready, and we had a lot of good defensive clips instead of showing them mistakes. We had a lot of good stuff, which is nice to see.
We talk about basketball as a game of runs. You had a 22-0 run. You said they had an 8-0 run, but you stopped the run with defense and with timely shots. Players made plays. So what does that tell you about your team and the maturity of this team when you have a lead that you know you're going to get their best shot in a run, but you put an end to that?
Yeah, we talked about it a lot, and there's nothing you can really do. It's just talk about it, and the guys out there go do it. At halftime, we said, hey, let's say it's 0-0. Let's start over. Let's not look like we got a 20-point lead. Because they're going to have one more big push. Yeah. That's what we thought. They'd come out that first 4 minutes and try to get back in the game. If we could handle that big push and go on a run ourselves, then there's a good chance that they might stop. So it's just something you talk about, but there's not like a special sauce or something you can do. You just got to be ready for it, and our guys were.
All right, 2 big games coming up this week. At California Baptist on Thursday, they were the preseason favorite, but they've started off 0-3 with 3 road losses. They're going to be ready for you. And then you go to Utah Valley. That's a tough 2-game stretch.
Oh, it is. Both those teams are good. Cal Baptist, again, picking them one. I mean, they have the preseason player of the year, the Daniels kid, number
Daniels.
1. Yeah, he's solid. He's really good. He shoots 18, 20 times a game, averaging 25 a game, I believe it is. They're good. They have the toughest schedule, no question. They go to Utah Valley, first game lose, go to Arlington, and the next on Thursday lose, and then they go to Tarleton State, and they lose there in overtime on Saturday. So their schedule 3 on the road is not an easy task. They're a very good team, and to have them, well, they started out 0-3, but they played 3 of the toughest road games that you could play. So we know they're going to be ready. Like you said, they're going to be hungry. They're back home. They play a lot of home games in preseason. They feel comfortable there, but we also feel comfortable in that gym.
Yeah.
We've always done pretty well there. So, we're preparing our guys. We're getting ready. We know it's going to be a battle.
And we'll talk more about the upcoming games this week. But now let's go back to Abilene Christian on Thursday. We talked about trying to, take care of their defensive pressure. You did that. But as we show you the highlights, you got off to a pretty decent start. And Madiba Owana got it started. Well, you talked about defense right here.
Yeah, there's a tip ball. And then he goes down and gets an easy, nice one-handed dunk right there. But again, we're trying to get him just more tips, and that leads to basket.
Then he went out with an injury, status unknown for him. We'll keep an eye on that. But then Tanner Davis, you started to drive and penetrate. And then defense, Ethan Potter.
Yeah, again, their defense is they really pressure you. They really give up those lanes, and Tanner did a great job of driving. And then again, there's a drive and kick, wide open. Again, we handle their pressure, make that extra pass, and you get wide open shots. And here's another good drive, good seal.
Yeah, Juice Holt, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. That's a stat line.
This one I really like. He got to the paint, kick it out, and there's Tanner wide open in the corner who knocks it down.
More good ball movement.
Again, there's a great ball fake. They all bid on the ball fake to Ethan and kick it to Britt. He drills a 3.
He had 3 3-pointers, 13 points. And then Chance Trujillo, after Juice hits that 3, he had 5. He had a couple of 3-pointers. But how about Chance Trujillo? 5 3-pointers, season high, 19 points.
Yeah, was he 5 for 7? I think it was from a 3. Yeah. Did a really good job. He's been struggling shooting a little bit the first couple of games we played, but he, again, like we said, Rod, confidence. He got his confidence back, and how you get it back, you practice, you see it go in. Once you see the first one go in, it keeps going, and that's what he's doing. He was coming off screen just like he normally does, and had wide open looks, and he wasn't hesitating, which we want him not to hesitate, and he drilled them, and he played really, really good. And that kind of opened up the lead. We gave a lot of threes we got because of our penetration, because of the double teaming, handling their pressure, making that extra pass, and just sit down and knock down threes. And that's what we did.
And not only on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, he had 3 steals as well. So he was getting it done. He was active.
He had 3, and I can't remember, somebody else had 4. I can't remember who it was, but we had 3 or 4 steals, one person. And then Madiba, like I said, he only played 5 minutes. So we had to go a little deeper in our bench. Some guys played a lot longer. I was trying to sub and trying to keep everybody as fresh as we could. Yeah. Because we normally go about 8 guys, and when Madiba goes down, then we only had 7. And so, this weekend we gotta do better, go a little deeper into our bench. Our guys got to be a little bit ready. We always say when someone goes down, next man up. Yeah. And I challenged them today that, hey, you don't need to do it all at once. We just everybody play a little bit better until we get Madiba back. Yeah,
Owana went out about 3 minutes into the game, but you talked about other people stepping up. Dario Domingos came in, gave you some good minutes. Tough. Toby Aribi came in and really kind of felt more comfortable than he has all season. Had a couple of big-time assists.
He did. He had 2 assists in a row on these little short rolls, got wide-open layups. He's going to have to play some 4 for us now with Madiba going out. He's going to, he's playing the 5 right now, but now he's going to have to move up and play a little bit more of the 4, which I like. He passes the ball extremely well. He guards as anybody. He just doesn't. The outside shot right now is not what he needs, but he'll work on that and he'll get there. I'm excited for him, and we just got to try to keep everybody healthy, Rod. It's kind of a long thing. It's a long trip. It was physical, like we always say in Texas. It's very, very physical, and our guys are beat up a little bit, but we'll get them going.
You talked about some other guys. In the last couple of weeks, who's the one guy that you said you wanted to get more rebounds out of?
Noah.
Belonga, 10 rebounds to go along with 8 points. In the last 2 games, he's averaged 9 rebounds per game.
Yeah, I said he's long, he's athletic. I want him to get some more offensive rebounds more than he is. I think he can get some easy baskets by crashing. Defensively, he's doing a good job. We're all doing a pretty good job on the defensive end. Those are kind of easy, I think, for guys that's what you're taught to do. Move your feet, go make contact, go get the ball. But offensively, they're really good offensive rebounders go every time the ball's shot. And that's some things he needs to work on more and more. In practice, I yell at him all the time, rebound, rebound, rebound. And when he starts to do it, he's had a couple of good putbacks that were crucial. The one against SU and even against Arlington, he got a couple too as well. So just got to keep pounding that in because I think he can be really a good offensive rebounder for us.
So without Madiba for all but
All game.
3
5
minutes of the game, and then Tanner, I was going to say Tanner Christensen.
I know, I say that all
You
too,
say that.
yeah.
Ethan Potter, he didn't score double figures for only the second time, but he had 6 or 8 rebounds. So he wasn't the offensive threat getting it done, but he was kind of a decoy. But even without those 2 guys having big games, other guys stepped up, and you build a 25-point lead in that first half.
Again, it goes back to our defense, like I said. But, you got to give them credit. They're going to take something away. And I guarantee their game plan was take away Ethan. He had 2 really good games. They were double teaming him, sometimes even triple teaming him. And he did a good job of getting the ball out. And that's what I love about this team is they play together. I thought we shared the ball really, really well. We had, 19
assists on 28 field goals.
Yeah, we were sharing it. So when you get double teamed, and we teach that with everybody, if you get double teamed, the ball's got to be out. Somebody's open, and we'll get it back. And I thought Ethan did a really good job of that. So, yeah, he didn't score a lot, but he did other things to help us.
Yeah.
And then their guys stepped up. But there's going to be nights that he carries us. There's going to be nights that somebody else does. And he's okay with that. As long as we get the win, I think this team understands that it doesn't really matter who scores. It matters if we get the win or not.
Well, you can tell that they were coming over double, triple teams sometimes. He had 3 assists, too.
Yeah.
And the guys made the shots that he got the ball to. 56% shooting overall, 12 of 27 for 3-pointers.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good stuff right
good.
there.
Yeah. We talked about today, we watched film, and we had a lot of, we call them hockey assists, where the pass to the shot. We did a really good, making one more pass. We're big into get a good shot, give up a good shot for a better shot. Yeah. And we did that really well against these guys. And that's another thing that our assists kind of, Ethan might not have got him because he kicked it out, and then we made that, that one more pass. But again, it's sure fun to watch, and it's sure fun to coach. And
I know you're not going to be happy with the attempts, but you went 11 for 12 from the foul line.
Yeah, we got to get there more. But again, I like it. We do a thing, and we get back on the road trip. You miss foul shots. Every miss you have to make 50.
Yeah.
And so I go, okay, Elliot, the one normally does that. I go, Elliot, who's got foul shots? And we only had one guy that had to shoot 50 foul shots today. So that's a good sign. We're getting better. But we got to. That's something we talk about a lot. Is get to the foul line. Get to the foul line. And those guys again, they collapsed on us, and we did a good job getting it out. But we got to be a little bit more aggressive on our drives and get them on our shoulders and get the 2-and-1s. But again, in Texas, they're not gonna call that. So you just got to play through contact, and I thought our guys did.
And you're back there in 3 weeks.
Yeah, we'll be
because
back
you have
now.
to play each team 3 times. All right, we're going to take our first time out, but when the John Judkins Coaches Show comes back, one of the guys that came up huge on Thursday, Chancellor Hill, he'll join us. That's when we come back.
Welcome to Utah Tech University. From classrooms to cliffs and lectures to lakes. Here, we celebrate active learning, active life. Our trailblazers learn by doing, are career ready, and solve real problems with real partners to meet community needs. Here, students get the full college experience and choose from 300 affordable academic programs. All in one of the most stunning destinations on Earth. With this as your backyard, life is just as active as your education. Come experience active learning, active life at Utah Tech University.
And welcome back to the John Judkins Coaches Show. Rod Zundel, John Juddy, Judkins, and sophomore transfer from Snow College, Chance Trujillo. Chance, welcome. Thank you. Came up huge last Thursday at Abilene Christian. Just talk about how good it felt because some of the shots hadn't been falling, but they did on Thursday.
Yeah, it felt good to shoot more than 20%. I mean, been struggling this season, but confidence hasn't gone away or anything. Just needed a game to see it go through a couple more times and carry this throughout the conference.
How much talk before the game with Abilene Christian? You never got a win in Abilene. You hadn't beaten the Wildcats before. Was there any talk of that amongst the players saying, hey, this is our time? Yeah,
Coach Schroeder mentioned it to me before the game, and when I heard that, that was a big motivator, and I relayed it to the rest of the team, and we motivated ourselves with that and took care of business.
Now, I find this really impressive, and I don't think I can underscore this. You may play it down, but with Madiba going out, one of your firepower guys, right after that is when you guys went on a 22-0 run. Did him going out, did that give you guys any extra incentive, motivation, say, okay, we got to step up, down a man?
Absolutely. Next man up mentality, and we all knew that, and just throughout the rest of the game, kept telling guys, we can't let off the gas. We got to keep going with Diba out. It's going to take that next gear, all of us, and we all stepped up.
And what did that prove to you guys as players, saying, you know what, we've got the guys that can step up when we need to step up?
I think it's a good, a good point to all of us where we know that, no matter the situation, we can thrive in adversity. Whether things are going good or going bad, we can push through it.
Yeah. And Coach, was there much talk of that in the huddle while you were waiting to come back on the floor when you knew that Madiba probably wasn't going to come back out? Because you like to play the mental game, and it is a mental game sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, everybody's just got to step up and play a little bit better. And I was trying to rotate, like I said, try to keep people fresh. We subbed a lot more than we normally do, just to try to keep them rotating in that way. But it's hard. That's an injury, foul trouble, a cut in the head, or whatever it may be. There's always a chance in a game that somebody has to come out, and you gotta be ready. Britt came in and did that. Tanner came in and did that as well off the bench. You talked about Toby, but these guys did that. They focused, and again, defensively, Rod, we were really, really solid. I thought we did some really, really good things defensively, and then they just kind of clicked. I think our guys, I knew they saw him go out, and they kind of did it for him. But when the game was over, they almost forgot that they didn't have him. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, but again, they were solid. They were really solid, and we need Madiba. Hopefully, it's not too serious, and we can get him back. If it is, then we have to try something different out. But I love how these guys are coming together. I love how they're really coming together as a team. Mm-hmm. And it's fun to see. Yeah. Them huddle and get on each other a little bit. Like, hey, let's go. I love seeing that.
And Chance, Coach shuffling up the starting lineup a little bit, put you in the starting lineup on Thursday. Did that have any impact on your mentality, saying, okay, you know what, I got to get going right off the start? Or does that matter to you?
No, whether I come off the bench or start, obviously our objective is to win. And whether I have 0 points or 19 points, I just want to win. And so just give 110% effort every single time and let the game come to me.
Okay, you've had a little bit of a journey coming to Utah Tech. From Davis High School, you spent a year at Weber State, and you redshirted. And then you went to Snow College, had a great 1 year there, right? And then you decided to come to Utah Tech. Apparently you saw the light. It took him a while to get to the sunny place. Right. But why did you choose Utah Tech, and how do you feel like you're fitting in and getting acclimated to a new surrounding here?
It's been awesome. I love St. George. I love Utah Tech. Obviously, I had a couple other places that were offering me, and took into consideration all those schools, but I came on an early visit to Utah Tech in December of last year, and it just felt, I just felt at home here, and the coaching staff I really respect them a lot. I love what they have going here. And obviously, Ethan, grew up playing basketball with him. We went to elementary and junior high together, and it was kind of cool that we had the opportunity to, unite again here.
How much fun was it against Abilene Christian, knowing that you were there to get your first win in history of the school?
It was a lot of fun, Not a lot of fans there, but it felt like, we brought our own energy, and it was just contagious the entire game.
Team, you guys were louder than the entire crowd there.
Yeah.
Now we could see why you brought him in and what he can do on the floor. But when you recruited him, because I'm sure you knew about him coming out of Davis High School and then Snow, why did you want him to get here, knowing now we can see, but why?
Well, first thing, he's a winner. Everywhere he's gone, he's won. I mean, he won state in football. He was a quarterback at Davis High School.
Yeah.
They won state this year. He won at Snow. He's a winner. And again, when we watch him at Snow, there's some games he'd start, some games he wouldn't. Like you just said, he's that way. He doesn't care. He cares about winning, and he'll do whatever it takes to win. And so that was the first thing. Second thing is just how hard he plays. Mm-hmm. He's so intense. He gets after it defensively. He gets on the ground. He hustles. He shoots the ball well. He's a good leader. And he's a great student. So, I mean, why would you not take him? So we tried to get him to sign early, and then he had some, like he said, some other teams kind of got into him and started blowing him up a little bit, and we thought, we might lose him now, with the NLI and all the different things. But he chose to come here, and he said, Coach, it wasn't the money thing. I want to go somewhere they really want me, and I fit in. And this is a perfect place for him, and we sure have loved coaching him, and he brings that toughness to us. He's done some games for us this year that people don't realize, a loose ball or a rebound that changes the whole game just by him being as tough he is. So, you watch him, it's funny because when I walk around and see town, they're like, oh, I love your number 2. I like how hard he plays. I like how physical, the fans enjoy it as much as we do.
Well, we realized early what kind of an athlete he was, especially that South Dakota game. You were on both feet. You reached up and dunked it with 2 hands. You led the team in rebounding, double-double, on the road to get your first road win of the season. So Thursday, you were on a fast break, and you had a chance to lay it up for a two-handed dunk. And you went in, and I swear your elbows were above the rim going in there and hit the back of the rim. You got bumped, but you'd like to have that one back?
Yeah, I just jumped too far away.
Yeah, he was way far away.
You're doing the Air Jordan from the free throw line. But it's just amazing. You talk about football as a quarterback and all that. Obviously, you're a very talented athlete. Did you have thoughts of playing football instead of basketball in
For sure.
college?
Yeah, no, I was committed to go play junior college football. I mean, obviously it was tough with COVID and recruiting with football, but, football has always been a big love of mine, but basketball has been like where my heart is, that number 1 passion. And so when I got the opportunity to go to Weber, I took advantage of that. But football, I mean, the things I learned on the football field have translated to basketball as well.
And Coach, do you see the quarterback in him on the floor?
Yeah, well, he's not really a point guard, but we have given him the ball. He makes good decisions. He sees things. And so we're kind of moving him and Juice back and forth. Sometimes he'll play the point. Sometimes Juice will as well. But again, he sees things really well. He anticipates things just like a quarterback would do. You can see his training, his passing. He sees that. And he's got a great arm. So, we have to take it out of bounds and go full course on him. He's going to be the guy that's going to be throwing that ball in. But you see that, and I not laugh. I just think some of the high school guys are missing it when they say they want players to play one sport.
Yeah.
When I see what he did in football and in basketball and how that's helped him, to do both. I think they're crazy to do that in high school. Let them play both. Let them enjoy that. And again, I think it really pays off for both sports. Whatever you decide to do, it's going to help you both ways, and it sure has helped him.
All right, talking with sophomore from Utah Tech, Chance Trujillo, averaging 11 points, 4 rebounds a game here on the John Judkins Coaches Show. All right, so we know you went to Davis High School. We know you went to Weber State and Snow, and then here at Utah Tech. So tell us a little bit more about yourself and your family.
So born in Kaysville, Utah. My parents, they both went to Layton High. My 2 older brothers, they both went to Layton as well. And then when Farmington High School got built, that pushed me into the Davis boundaries, and that was kind of like a I don't know, I felt like I was going against the family kind of, but that was awesome. I had a great experience at Davis, and then obviously at Weber and Snow College it was great too. But
one thing you don't know about him, Rod, I thought was pretty cool. He can play the piano.
Really?
He's really good. And yeah, we went to a hotel, and all of a sudden there he is, starts playing the piano. I said, "Where did you learn that?" And his mom, I give her a lot of credit. Her mom said, "You can play sports, but if you want to play sports, you got to learn how to play an instrument." Yeah. That was kind of the deal in his family. So all his family have played instruments. When you're on the road next time, make him play the piano. It's incredible.
Did you fight playing the piano as a kid, saying, I gotta go play basketball or football?
Yeah, I hated going to lessons, hated practicing, but
you're happy about it now, aren't you?
Happy about it now, yeah.
Yeah, my mom tried to do the same thing. I didn't listen, and I'm regretting it.
It's good.
I play hot cross buns. Remember that when you started that out?
Yeah.
So how many brothers, sisters you have?
2 older brothers. Those 2 are married, and then I have a younger sister. She's in 9th grade.
Okay, all right.
At Davis. Is it Davis? Or
She's still in junior high.
Oh, junior high, but she'll go to Davis.
Now, you mentioned it earlier. You were all growing up before Farmington High School came to be. You're going to Layton High. Ethan Potter, Layton High. You guys were teammates, right? Going
right.
up Little League and everything like that. And then he stayed at Layton, but you went to Davis, right?
Yep.
Was that tough leaving him and having to compete against him?
It was weird, definitely, but it was fun competing against him.
Who won? You?
Always, yeah.
Will
they would get a couple on us, but he'll tell you I got the ring to prove it. So.
Yeah, you got to show the bling. That's all.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look ahead to 2 big games coming up this week. That's when the John Judkins Coaches Show comes back.
Welcome to Utah Tech University. From classrooms to cliffs and lectures to lakes, our trailblazers learn by doing, are career ready, and solve real problems with real partners to meet community needs. Come experience active learning, active life at Utah Tech University.
All right, back here on the John Judkins Coaches Show, getting ready for 2 big games this week on the road. Thursday at Cal Baptist, and then Saturday afternoon in Orem against Utah Valley. Coach, let's talk about Cal Baptist. We talked a little bit about them earlier. They were the preseason pick to win it all in the conference, and they started out 3 straight road games, and they're 0-3. So this is a make-or-break game Thursday against you guys.
Yeah, it's a first league game home, so I know that's going to be in their eyes as well. But they're solid. They're a good team. They got one of the best players in the league, so we know we got to be ready for him. He's going to get his shots. He's going to shoot 18 to 20 shots a game. That's what he's been averaging. We got to contain him. But we got to stop the other guys. So again,
that's Dom Daniels right here. You
yeah,
can see what kind of athlete he is. Not tall, but he's strong.
Quick. He's flat. He's left-handed, but he goes better to his right than he does his left into his shot. But he's quick hands. He shoots the ball, but where he's good at is right there. Get it the second gear. He gets that drive and he uses his body really well and gets to the rim. He's solid. There he is again. Their layup. Again, we got to contain him. We got to keep him in front of us. We got to make him shoot over us. But again, it's going to be a good test. Our guys play well there, so I think that's going to be a good game for us. We got to come out with that same energy defensively without having Madiba. We got to be ready to keep that lineup going, keep everybody fresh. Yeah. But it's going to be a challenge. Yeah.
Dom Daniels, Player of the Year quality. So when you look at a guy like him and one of the top players in the conference, and it's not going to be just a single effort, a team effort, but it's going to be a lot relying on you to help out and stop a guy like that.
Absolutely. I mean, it'll be tough, He'll probably get his, but if we can, contain the other plays as well and not let them get hot, then I think we'll be in good shape. But, yeah, it's going to take everyone.
The Lancers are coming off, you mentioned it, road losses at Utah Valley, at Arlington, and they're coming off a loss Saturday at Tarleton in overtime. Dominic Daniels, 21 points a game. But Martell Williams, another guy that they have on their team, 14 points a game. Yeah. He didn't score at Tarleton, though. Yeah, they kept him,
We
played 15 minutes.
Yeah, if you looked at the stats, you'd think he's in foul trouble or something. He really wasn't. The Jackson kid played really well, number 3. He came off the bench and kind of took his minutes a little bit. So, like he said, they got other players that are really good. Yeah. We just got to know where Daniels is at all times. Everybody's going to have a chance to guard him. We're going to put different guys on him and try different things, use our length, and hopefully make it tougher for him to score and so on. But we know they're going to be ready, and we know we're going to be ready as well. You got some treats.
What's ready now.
So
Strap Tank Brewery has
Look at those.
provided us with the little goodies here. We
looks
got
like
the sliders.
Pretzel sliders. it looks
Chicken,
like.
pretzel sliders, and
Yeah.
hamburger sliders and all that right there
One's
to go
hamburger.
along. What do you
Wow.
like? Do you want raspberry lime Ricky, Chance, or orange cream soda?
Let me try that lime Ricky.
Lime Ricky, so you're going to get that. There you go.
All right.
That's it.
Unless
So-
you want this, Coach. You
No,
want
you
this?
All
got
right,
it.
thanks to Strap Tank Brewery
thank
for
you.
providing us with the goodies and the drinks today. So, all right, so it's Thursday night, 8 o'clock tip-off at California Baptist, 7:45 pregame here on Trailblazer Sports Vision, 8 o'clock tip, and then we'll go 2 o'clock afternoon tip-off at Orem. So, ready? Sounds
good.
Let's go get 2 more and remain undefeated, first place in the WAC. See you Thursday from California.